I'm here, boys. Pop out chat. Pop out chat. I'll put my chat over here. Okay. I put on RuneScape music. I don't really know if this is the vibe right now, but it's here. Why is my... Okay, it's better. Hello, boys. Let's go. Man. How are you, Xeno? Man, I thought they were going to release, like, a short patch notes with, like, a couple of little tweaks or something. But I guess they're just not at all. Like, what the fuck? Like, what have they been doing, bro? Over all these months. And then, over the course of 3 days, they got one intern to chuck together some shitty pre-buff rune words. And like, here's a whole PTR to check. Like, what the fuck? It's very strange. Okay, what do we got? 48 speeds on, 60 kicks in, Beowulf, Helm, Flex Barb. Sounds cool. Let's start there. I'm just going to copy and paste all my offline shit so I can go straight to testing. Unfortunately, I can't play too long this morning because I do have a physio appointment. But it's not for like just over an hour and a half. Okay. Like what like what? Okay. Other throw goodies. I don't even know how much I'm gonna play, to be honest. I'm gonna guess this one. Okay, I did get it right. Cute little rune word. Pre-Ariat's face. Oh, I'm just really salty right now. Okay, so I'm not going to bother looking at their classes because their track record over the past few years of PTR characters is actually a waste of time. So bear with me. Like, why put Venoms on there? Why even give us that stuff? Hold on, boys. I'm going to copy all of my jacked characters and I'm going to put them on PTR. Okay, yes please. Why do I have 2 PTR folders? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, what if I do... This might be a bad idea. What if I do control... I'm just going to copy everything in this folder right now. What about this one? Base uniques, Wilhelm. What the fuck? PTR characters base unique reduce. What? I'm confused which PTR folder these ones are actually housed in. Doesn't make sense to me right now. I'm gonna chuck them in here. replace these two. Okay, let's reboot. Let's have a look. Once I get this up and running, I might call GG. Nope. Now we do. Okay, here we go, boys. Billy PTR. What is that? No, I think that's my pre-made shit. Runes. What do we want to test first, boys? I kind of want to test Hustle in a bow, and then see if we can up the APS with a fire bow sork. GG. GG. I'm gonna call GG.
Hello?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, what's up, man? I'm live, by the way,
So,
just so you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Wait.
I did say.
Do you fix it or do I fix it?
Fix what? Are we talking about global warming?
Afternoon.
Yeah, please.
I'm still, it's a work in progress.
No, you're so loud, but I will fix it.
You can tweak it on Discord.
Where? Actually.
That's
So
a
weird.
good question.
Yeah. Huh. Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm good. I just transferred over my offline testing characters, so now I'm just going to have a look and see what I'm going to do first now. Hey! The pre-made Hustle that I actually made 2 days ago, they changed into Hustle when I copied it over to BTR, so that's interesting.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, they're in daggers, though. Metamorphosis, they worked as well, except the stats doubled, so that's... Wait, did they double? 25... Oh, they did. Interesting.
Actually,
I think the PTR Barb is the one with Caduceus Beast with the freeze. Is it? What about Pelham
Sorry, what?
Metamorphosis and Beast? Sorry, I'm just reading my chat.
oh
What's up,
yeah,
guys?
that's
Hello,
so
Bob.
weird. Wait, I'm a bit overwhelmed by simultaneously streaming and Discord, but it's nice. Yeah, as you might expect, like the pre-made PTR characters are pretty much garbage.
Yeah, I don't know why they
Like,
make
they
them so
make-
garbage.
They make a level 60 assassin call it kicks in. Okay, doesn't matter. You can
Let me
respec, but
tweak my
like
sound.
it's Phoenix Strike and it has double mosaic. Which level 60 assassin has double mosaic? I don't know. 2 gold runes. So I actually created some characters to just now do the rune words. I didn't know that you can do it before, but
Oh, okay,
so
that's
put
better.
it in.
Nice. I fixed my
Shall
Discord
I-
sound. Okay.
So
Shell code.
what are you
elf.
looking forward to making?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm here. You know? I'm here, boys. I don't really know. In all honesty, I'm trying not to be too salty because I'm really disappointed in this BTR.
Yeah.
Like, they spent how many months and then they just put up a whole PTR with a couple of pre-buff items. Like, the best one is Hustle, Burst of Speed. And there's no thought put into it other than here's just Burst of Speed. like a 5% chance to proc. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, what's going on? Like, you guys had months now. What's going on? So confusing.
It is. I don't know. It is like they're watching Mr. Llama SC doing all these playthroughs all the time, and they're thinking, yeah, there is some gap in going like nightmare to hell, somewhat, and there could be some rune words doing some good stuff there, which I appreciate because I also like to do some playthroughs. But if you're only looking for really good endgame stuff, then I can see why it is a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Aside from maybe Mosaic, where we don't know how good it is, and the Druid helmet one, not Druid helmet, but like, you know, like Metamorphosis. These are not like strong builds. They need like a lot of help to become competitive if you're speaking about farming speeds and everything. And for that, it also seems a bit lackluster.
Yeah, like the helms are kind of cool. I get what they're doing to kind of counter the minus res from like certain Sunder Charms and shit like that. But in all honesty, no one's going to use it aside from Bulwark from like mid to potentially late game, pre-Ariats, pre-Andes, all of that bullshit. It's kind of nifty, right? I don't mind it. But it doesn't really do anything or fill any massive voids that this game currently has. And then the other stuff is pretty much pre-buffing. Like, the Hustle armor is cool in aspect, but it's absolutely pointless compared to the weapon. Burst of speed gives you attack speed equivalent of treachery and the same movement speed pretty much as the armor. And it's effective run speed, so it goes on top. And you don't get the diminishing returns if you wear the armor, which gives you 50. So, like, there's no point making the fucking armor.
Yeah.
You might as well chuck a lemon there or just make a beast and get a bloody Valkyrie. And, oh my god. Metamorphosis is very strange because it's a lot of pre-buffing and it's really strong. So if it does work in functionality, then it's potentially going to be a forced in-game for particular melee switches for like pre-buffing if people can be fucked. So I'm like, it's weird. What do we need for this?
Yeah. It is. And I thought like they were teasing that more words will come, and maybe there will be, but they also like said, we want to get this PTR out now so you can already test it, and there will be more later. Like, I don't know if it's, I work in software development. I don't know if it's that hard to put another rune word in there if they have something to hide or to release later, you know?
Yeah. Lazar in chat said, I love it, all of us are like, oh, we like the new rune words, but we don't. It's a good point. Yeah. Like, hey, like, first off, right, I'm happy to get any changes in any regard to this, like, ancient game. But I try and find things to like about them, but I can't ignore the glaring, like, holes in this game that haven't been addressed for years on end. And it's been like several months and they just drop a couple of odd rune words that don't make sense. I'm like, hey, excuse me, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I feel like communication hasn't been that good because, like, there have been a lot of polls for the community, what they want and need, and oftentimes it's rune and gem stacking or loot filters. And we would have been perfectly happy with those. And maybe some tweaking to maybe not shake up the meta, but give like a new way of playing.
Yeah, on
so
those 2 points. So
I would be super surprised if
carry on.
Sorry.
No, carry on. I know we got a slight delay, so.
Oh yeah, I would be super surprised if what is still to come is something big as a loot filter or like shared rune stacking or something. And
yeah, I'd be.
But they also haven't talked about that much. Like they could just say, well, it's not on our roadmap, and I think that's something in general that most developers or studios lack, just giving us a bit of an, I don't know, what is it that is coming, but I guess this is not a game that is a service. Games as a service, you're not paying anymore.
Yeah, there's no paying, so there's no, like, constant investment into pushing it, which I get, but it's still frustrating. Like, they've touched on things like the loot filter and gem stacking and stash space. Everyone has these as like at the top priority of things, like for fixes, right? Big holes that would advance the game. I cannot agree more, but they take a significant amount of resources. The devs have already talked about a loot filter. They want to do it right and build it from the ground up, which they've said it's going to take a significant amount of work and time to do. In regards to stash space and increasing that, server load is an issue. We've already been limited for character space, and we've had issues with if you have a whole bunch of high stat and prefix affix items on a mule, they can actually start to disappear. I've had that myself on occasion. That was actually start of like first season. So things like that are a really large issue, and I don't see them increasing server space when there's no stream of income into this game. But all that stuff I chuck aside, there's still so many voids that they can do. There's so many voids that they could fill for the game. Like, just fuck with skill numbers, tweak little shit. I don't want to ramble too much, but just fixing skills and fixing rune words and items that are already in the game is the easiest thing to do in terms of tweaking and writing new shit. Like, you don't need to make new stuff, you know? Like,
I feel like
that's beyond me.
I had this impression before when they did the other patches, or like some glaring issues with, for example, when they introduced Blade 3 will have attack rating bonus. They just gave it a flat 10%. I was okay. Maybe that should scale per level.
Do you know what, talking to you, GG? I just made a fucking melody in my short bow. What am I doing?
Okay. I don't know. Melody, new meta. And I got a strong feeling that they have like this small team of some youngsters, maybe some people that are out of apprenticeship, they're new, and then maybe a senior, and then they have like some projects, like do a little bit here, like do like this terror zone stuff, you know, like of course they're not allocating a lot of resources to this.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's why we are happy that we getting something. So I will always see this as a positive thing. So now I can go back here and test out some stuff, and
I always try to, but then I'll lean back into my little gatekeeping chair and talk shit because I enjoy that. So I'll be a second because I need to copy my runes character over because I wasted my last shell and co-rune to make a fucking melody. God damn it, boys.
Not even sure what I'm doing here also.
I assume you're on the assassin by now. I assume you're playing assassin?
Yeah. I need to... So Sir said, I need to just have charges instead of pro 5% chance. Yeah, maybe, but I think it is tailored towards like bow-assassins and melee characters, and then if you give charges then everybody has access. That could, I don't know if it doesn't, it does have an impact that you don't want to have, I don't know. Druid Hunt could be cool, but maybe it just needs tweaking. Claws need to be 40% each claw, and better base sets if it's going to be an endgame claw.
I agree with the claws, really, even before testing. Like 25 seems really low because I'm thinking, like, I don't play assassin. I'm not gonna lie. You play a shit ton more than me, but in terms of like charges, they're limited, and you still need to attack and hit to get the charges up. But it's when you spend them, you have a chance that they're less. So all the rest is still the same. So majority of like 3/4 of the clunkiness of the martial arts assassin is still there. So I don't see it being super good. Runes.
Yeah, I don't know how it plays out. It's
good day.
Like I played a shit ton of martial arts Phoenix Strike Assassin with the patch 2.4. Like this were my first videos, and I did like all the new TC 85 areas. I compared it to like Fist of Fire, to all that stuff. And for me that was like, I was like, wow, this build is super great, Phoenix Strike is great. And then I tried out like a Hammerden because I never played one, and I'm like, oh shit, and that's actually powerful, and what I'm playing isn't even powerful. So
if you play anything and then go to a Hammerden, you're like, oh my god.
It's like, okay, what do you compare it to? And then So I get people that say like, well, it's not good enough because Hammerden and whatever Lightning Sorg is too, or Blizzard Sorg nowadays is just way ahead.
Do you know oh, what's his name? Do you know Barricade?
No.
Oh, Twitch streamer. Well, I saw his video. He was talking about Mosaic the other day, and there was one part of it where he was like making all these builds which would be really great to test in theory, but they're just high damage outputs. I'm like, well, we don't know if the thing works. This is kind of pointless. But at one point he said like comparing the damage to the average output of Hammerden, it's like slightly better, and I'm like, well, if you know, you know, mate. Hammerden's Hammerden.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's so strong. And so also defensive. It's so high defensive, you know. At some point you don't really have issues.
What's quite deceptive about making like builds and planners for assassins is the damage fluctuates based on charges and when you're spending it, you know? Like if you have them, then using a certain skill, then you're doing more damage, but then when you run out of charges, it's, you know, your average output is like out.
Yeah.
Hustle, here we go. 5% chance of cast level 9 burst of speed. We have a Rax. Do I have Razor Tail? Not on me. Well, I guess we do it here
Interesting
then.
thing though is with Dragon Tail and you have more than 3 kicks, right? So before, if you have Phoenix Strike up for 3 charges, you Dragon Tail in, and then you get all 3 charges. And now you have a chance to get, I don't know, 5 charges. Maybe there's a chance to have 5 Frozen Orbs, if you get lucky, you know? So I'm really looking forward to
True.
that in particular.
True. Wait. Frozen Orbs. Wait, what are you talking about? No, you can't have a claw and a weapon. You can't have claw and rift. You'd have to have 2 claws.
No, sorry, the Frozen Orbs from Phoenix Strike.
Okay, okay.
Like, if you have 5 kicks and on each kick you don't consume the charge, it's, I mean, it's a chance, but then you could dish out a ton of damage, right?
Sorry, boys. I'll check my chat for a second. Blah, 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 blah. Bubba, honestly, as far as new room modes go, remove the burst of speed proc and improve hustle armor. I agree. I think pre-buffing stuff is fucking disgusting. I don't like it. Like, I tried not to be really salty and bitchy in my YouTube video because I don't want to be like that all the time. But pre-buffing stuff, when I first started getting into the theory crafting boa, like, Enchantress was so heavy on the high end, like, everywhere I was looking for pre-buffing, and it's horrible, and that's why so many people don't touch pre-buffing stuff, is because it takes away from the gameplay. When you're hopping in to do, like, to min-max a, like, Trav run or a Bale run, it's like between, let's say, 2 and 6 minutes, depending on party and player count and gear, right? Wherever your bar is set. Who's got a pre-buff for 2 minutes? It's ridiculous. Even if it's the most efficient run, it's just not, it's illogical. So at that point, I agree with what you said in Discord before, you know? Tweak skills, tweak other stuff to optimize gameplay and builds other than adding pre-buffing, you know? What are those glaring holes for newbies? To really knuckle down, like, this game is 2 decades old, Gentle, so there's so many holes, like, think about it, like, this game is 2 decades old, 2 decades old, like, Mage Fist, this item has been out forever, other items like this is brand new, so there's affixes and different types of items that were made by a completely different development team at a completely different cycle at a completely different year and literally decade. So the game has evolved, but certain items and aspects of the game have really been left behind and not really updated in taking account for that gap, if that makes sense. Proper balance should be done instead of using items as a band-aid solution. I agree. This feels very last minute, like it was chucked together in 3 days by the look of it. Diablo 2 simplest fuck, simplest solution to fixing it is the best one. I agree. As I said, simplest stuff. I'm not even too worried about loot filter or doing the big stuff, Lazar. What I want is update old rune words, update old uniques, keep tweaking the fucking skills. That is 3 things, which is really easy. You don't need to put effort into new content and researching it and less like prime PTR time. Just tweak shit that is already in the game. It's already there for you. Just tweak the numbers. I can't make it any more easier than that.
Quick update. It is kind of cool. I'm running around with 3 Phoenix Strike charges and then Dragon Tail that only consumes 1. And sometimes I can do it 5 times without it consuming a charge. That's pretty fun.
And what's the base rate? Have you got 3 charges for that instead?
What do you mean?
Sorry, you said 3. Now you can hit 5.
Not like I have it charged up at 3, and then I'm using a single releaser, like only the Dragon Tail, the explosion one. And then I'm running around and I still have 3 charges, and I can do it again and again and again and again and again. Like sometimes you just get that lucky, you know.
Do you have 1 or 2 on?
So I'm not sure if it's 50. Hit 1. I'm not sure if it's 50% chance or if it's like 25% times 25% added on 25%, so it would be 37.5 or something. Or even less. Yeah.
GG,
Yeah,
is it on hit or is it on skill cast?
The change to not consume charges. It is on finishing move. What do you mean? Have you even played an assassin in your life? No, sorry.
Finally, it took me a minute, but we procced it, boys, so we can switch to brand, and then we're good to go. Holy shit. Okay, this is pretty fast.
I need to go live from you. What are you doing?
When meta turns to pre-buffing, then there's no point to anything. It's 0 build variety. I wouldn't say it's 0 build variety at all. I would say it's garbage build variety. Because even theory crafting and people that play the meta, it's a not fun way that people feel like they're forced to fully optimize, you know? God damn it, GG. I realized I had treachery on and my fade just took over my burst of speed. Ah. Okay. Do I have dragon is the question. Peace. Hustle. 100% faster run walk does not sound right to me. Gun, I pre-made the rune words with like the edited shit, and then I put the runes in so it would add up like the total, and now it's just doubled it because it rolled the rune word inside my pre-made. Just quite funny. Plague Beast. I'm gonna make a dragon and swap back because my fade from treachery is getting rid of my burst of speed. You've muted yourself, by the way. GG, just so you know, mate. What did I just say, boys? Dragon. Okay. Runes. Yes, please.
Have you tried out the metamorphosis yet? No, right?
No, not yet. Not sure if you heard me
cool,
before you were muted. Not sure if that was on purpose.
Yeah, I was AFK for a second.
No worries, mate.
Um,
I finally got it to
actually pretty
proc.
cool.
It took a while.
I didn't know that.
I was using the bow to proc burst of speed. It took a little bit, but the speed was up there. So, but I had treachery on, so my fade, yeah, kind of overwrote that. So I'm gonna make a dragon, swap it out, and then go back on my bow sword.
Does dragon fire damage add to your explosive arrow?
Yes, I believe it does.
So it wasn't mentioned anywhere, and I found it cool that when you metamorphosis and you get one of these buffs, you actually have a visual. You actually have like an aura.
Oh yeah, you do. It's like a it's like a mosquito that goes around you.
Yeah, it's different for each form actually, and that's pretty nice. I really appreciate that actually.
God, Hell Rune. What do we need? Is it? No, it's Sir Low Soul, isn't it? Sir Low Soul Rune. Okay, sweet. Sweet.
IO champ foul. IO champ.
Okay. What's that, Zeno? I'm curious at how the assassin charges are consumed if you have multiple skills built up. That's a good point. I assume it would treat it the same then, right, Gigi? Even if you have multiple?
Yeah, it should be no consumed charges at all.
Does it roll 25% for each one? I would assume so, Zeno.
I can test it in a second. I just... I don't know, this metamorphosis is actually pretty funny. Because you just have to hit once and then you get a 3-minute buff.
You know what I'm keen to make? You know what I'm keen to make with it?
Bowsorg.
Yeah, or maybe. Well, I mean, I don't really need it because it's crushing blow and I do full elemental damage, so it's not really.
It also has attack speed though, 25%. Yeah,
true. Physical damage reduced by 20%. Werebear Beast on Switch, my god.
Wait, how can I get out of bear form?
Recast.
No, I
Did you swap out?
I switched it, but I guess if you change acts, then it also works. So.
Yeah, I suppose.
And I still have the buff. That's cool.
Right.
I don't know if I would go through the trouble every time to... Wait. No, it doesn't work. Is this a bug? I'm back in normal form, but I cannot attack anything. What's happening?
Oh no. Did you switch from axe or did you unsummon? Did you unshapeshift?
I switched and then I went to a different act where you just go back from your shapeshifting form.
Wait, hold on. I wanna bring up your stream. Give me a sec.
Well, I wanna fix it. What if I...
What do you do?
Wait,
you break the game already? Come on, it's only been out for like less
yeah,
than
it's
an hour.
broken. I cannot use anything. What's happening?
Okay, let's see how long I can get burst of speed.
But this should be a bug even in the current life patch. I mean, this has nothing to do with metamorphosis, I guess, if it's not about the buff. Maybe they treat you as a werebear still when you have the buff.
Maybe.
Would be weird. Would that be expected or would it be weird? So
I don't know. I feel like that's their intention. Okay, finally, burst of speed is up.
So let's test this without the metamorphosis buff. So I go into bear form. I go out. And I can actually use my skills again. And now test it with metamorphosis again. I'm not sure if this is intended or not.
The PTR build might have its own bugs. I mean, maybe. You're not wrong, Boa. Zeno said Tiger Strike, Dragon Tail, 3 charges could get really nasty multiple times in a row. That's a fair point. Could be.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. I want to bring up my build for this Bowsorg because I want to check exactly what I need for the highest APS breakpoint. Because usually I can only reach about 2.27, potentially 2.5. So I mean, if I can't remember exactly what the max is, but if I can reach it with burst of speed and something else, then it might be worth. Because I'm thinking if I can swap the dragon out for something other than treachery, because I don't want to lose my burst of speed buff with the fade, because that's a bit poos and wheeze, you know what I'm saying? Aha, nice one.
I'm back.
Hello.
So let's go back. Yeah, actually, if I'm buffed with Metamorphosis, I cannot use anything. Wow.
So you can't basic attack with Metamorph?
I can only basic attack when I'm back to human form. When the buff from Metamorphosis is up. I need to wait. I don't really want to wait 3 minutes, but...
Wait, do you have the buff up now? Is that the little stuff? Oh, is it the little ripples under the feet? Okay.
Ripples, yeah. That's weird.
Huh. So I get it's just single attack then. We can't really take advantage of other shit.
It's like when you are in Bear, right? You can only use Bear skills and basic attacks.
Oh, but I mean,
and
getting the buff and then switching back out, can you use your assassin skills with it?
No, that's the
wait, they're all red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hang on. So this
that only happens when you have this buff.
Oh, okay.
If I don't have the buff, it works. I can go into Werber, I can go back, and I can use my skills. But if I have this buff up, it treats me as if I'm still a Werber.
Interesting.
Might be a bug. We don't know.
That
I want to wait.
That might actually be what they intended. To be honest, it may be.
Yeah, but then again, they could just no. Yeah.
Let's check attack speed right now. You know,
that changes things though.
Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Did they?
But then they should have made it that you lose the buff when you go out of the form, because now my game is screwed, right? If I don't want to use this stuff anymore, I just, I want to be a normal assassin. I need to wait 3 minutes.
True.
And I'm gonna wait and see if after the buff is done. Yeah, it is done, and I can use my skills again. What?
I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intended. I feel like it's a bug, though. I feel like as soon as you use a skill, then you would lose the buff. I feel like that's the best way to do it if they were doing it as intentional. You know, keeping it as, like, for the druid to switch in between. Not necessarily. Like, if you were in form... Oh, no, I see what you were saying, yeah. Then you can't maintain it.
There's some skills you cannot use.
Switching across. That's weird. It's weird. Okay.
Use that bear wolf that they gave me. And I also can test it with a barb, with wolf howl, I think. Already breaking the game. It only has been 1 hour.
I'm gonna switch the dragon out because I want the attack speed.
So what I want to do is I tried with bear first. What are skills that I need that I cannot use in shapeshifter form? Something elemental, right?
Probably. That'd be the easiest.
I cannot respec. What? Oh, it's a BattleNet character, right?
Hey Zeno, didn't they mention that the point was to get druids to switch more often, including using human form? So surely that has to be a bug. I think so too, but I'm not sure.
We're gonna try it out with druid. Maybe even druid it works. I don't know. So let's get Firestorm, I guess.
Okay, let's get burst of speed back up. Use it with treachery because I want to test their attack speed, and hopefully we'll try not to get fade prop.
Yep, definitely a bug. I cannot use my Firestorm in druid form.
Yikes.
Okay.
Okay, burst of speed is up.
That's interesting. Let's try the wolf form.
Let me check this attack speed. This is
So
pretty
that
good.
also means you cannot use teleport. You can use nothing.
True.
It cannot be used in.
You just brick your character.
Nah, this cannot be intended. This is.
Oh god.
I understand for different characters it would prohibit for you to use that buff for something else. Like just pre-buff yourself with that. But it's a pretty big setup. I mean, you need Beast, you need that helmet,
You do.
and then you buff yourself 180 seconds, which might be kind of cool for Ubers or something. But other than that, it's like too much of a setup. And then
Yeah.
let's see if it's the same on Werewolf actually.
Molly Brown in chat said, "Is that Gowner?" Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hello.
Big GG.
Yeah, Joshua, I think it's bugged too. Let's see. So it's the same with the werewolf. With the werewolf transformation.
I guess you can move on and test something else now. That seems pretty dead to me.
Yeah, that's. Where's the feedback? Feedback button. Did they remove that? I don't see it.
I don't know, actually. That's a good point.
It was at the start screen. It's gone. So no feedback.
Oh, well. Hey, there's no content to give feedback anyway, mate. It's a pretty small PTR.
Yeah, but you see there's still bugs, so...
Yep. Well.
That's what happens if you outsource testing to the players, you know? That's what happens.
This attack speed is pretty
Sure,
wild.
you're never making
Burst of speed
words.
plus treachery is pretty good. But what I'm thinking
Hitting
instead
another
of...
breakpoint.
Yeah, it's quite fast. But what I'm thinking instead of treachery is probably maybe a gnat's armor. Because it has a bunch of life on it. You've got 75 poison length reduced, which is going to be quite helpful. And I'm not sure if I'll need 3 facets for... Not facets, sorry. 3 jewels for 15/15 IS. And then I could chuck in like a third one for like fire.
Wait, Natalia's armor?
Yeah. It's 3 socket, mate.
Well, Bruce Willis is also 3 sockets.
But it's shit. It's just got strength on
Or
it.
like Hades or something, but they're also bad.
The
I mean, Natalia's
Hades
gives
is
you
just
also...
damage to demons.
gives
Natalia's got
you 1 life
life
per
and
character
poison.
level and poison res, yeah, I guess. But it also has a 149 strength requirement. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's pretty big, yeah.
But if you got Spirit on Switch, well, I mean, if you're using Hustle, I suppose you can save points there, right?
Puzzle gives you
What
strength?
is-
What?
Oh my god, I don't have a Fire Sunder. Nah.
I actually like Black Hades more because it has damage to demons. I think that's more valuable than Natalia's. If you're gonna go that route.
I don't know. I disagree. I feel like there's more utility with Natalia's. No one ever uses Hades.
Well, you could be the first.
I'd happily be the first for everything, mate.
Oh, the Black Hades bow sorceress.
Hey, careful, mate. That's racist.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, I think I know what I did. When I made that the shared character file for PTR for all the boys the other day, I moved all my Sunder charms and everything onto one character. So I got to find out which one has everything now.
Yeah.
Sunders?
I think also like they said. Sorry, wait. When the
If you're gonna clear your throat, go and clear your throat, man. Get a good you know, just go for it.
Yeah, probably. I think Ibransky said that. I don't know if he thinks that that is the case, or the developer actually said it, that they want to encourage switching bear, and werewolf, but that's so weird. Like,
Yeah.
why would I switch for that buff? I mean, I don't need that. That's not the problem with werewolf or bear, right? It's not like I need more life or whatever.
I agree. I think it's weird. Because if you think about the playstyle in comparison in comparing builds of like werewolf and werebear, I feel like a better idea for them would be, I'll say it again actually to no surprise, how about updating the skills? Fixing the skills to make them more unique in their own aspect, to make it, okay, clear benefits of werebear and then clear benefits of using a werewolf build instead. I feel like that would be a better route to go, other than switching it and giving just a flat buff across the board. I feel like that takes away from it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, some of these decisions are so weird. And is it really better than Shalal's? I guess if you have like a nice helmet that has plus to fury or something.
Is it better than Jalal's?
Jalal's has 45 to all rest. That's so huge.
In like the flat damage output, I feel like it is.
Sorry,
if you get a good +3/+3, and then with the crushing blow GG, I think it would be. Because I mean, 40 max life
have it
is
here
huge.
for testing. I have 3 to fury, 3 to feral rage. I didn't know what the second skill should be. I don't know. Maybe you don't run BO anymore, so you run like hustle and get another burst of speed in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because that's what I'm doing right now.
Should proc pretty fast though, with fury. I can look. Where do I even have hustle here? Oh, I have a berserker axe. Shale, Co, Eld. Finally, a decent use for Eld rune actually. Shale. Co.
Okay, let's bump this up. Let's go players 8. Is this an early sneak peek at off-meta dumpster fires we're starting next later, or is that we're figuring out now? Neither, really. Just kind of testing out the new rune words while talking shit, or trying not to talk too much shit. There really isn't much to test at all. Metamorphosis is broken right now. You can't use skills once you have the buff active. Hustle is what I'm testing right now. And that's about it. There isn't really too much to do. And in terms of theory crafting, like Hustle, it's just about adding more attack speed and getting the little buff on top of shit that I've already theory crafted. So I'm not really changing drastically any of the builds that I've already made or that I'm currently building. Which is a little disappointing. Like, this whole build I've already had. It's just take out the CTA, chuck on Hustle, spend a little bit more time proccing that. I can reach one higher frame for APS with the Treachery, and then I'm good. As long as I don't get hit, because then my Fade will overcast over my burst of speed.
I'm back.
Hola.
Need to enable respec on the PTR.
True.
I think, like, Metamorphosis, the werebear buff, it's just there to make werewolf stronger. I don't know. Like 25% highest crushing blow and physical damage reduction. Let's see here.
Like, if you're playing a shapeshifting build, I don't see why you wouldn't go that how, Metamorph, if you're playing, like, Fury or something. Because the plus skills are massive if you get, like, a +3 base. That's optimal in-game. And 40% max life is kind of ridiculous, I feel like. Like, Oak Sage, and then if you have CTA on Switch too, you know? Like, that's huge.
Yeah, I agree. If you find a nice base, it also gives you cannot be frozen, so it frees up your Raven Frost ring if you want to go with another BK or something, or Dual Reach ring. I think they could give it a bit more oil rest. 10 oil rest just seems so, I don't know. It just seems so low, yeah. You know, like 10. Let's see what we got here. So, let's see.
Oh, that's right. Need to proc my burst of speed again. God damn it. Alright, now it's back.
Oh. It's so hard to tell, because this Fury build was already capable of doing P8. It just got stronger. It got a little bit more smooth when you buff yourself. Like running now with burst of speed also. You run around faster. And that's one of the arguments, right? I don't know if you read that, but they said like, yeah, there is Enigma, but here's Hustle until you get Enigma or something like that, you know?
What? Did the
So you
devs
can
say
run
that?
around. Huh?
Did the devs say that? Or was that someone else saying it?
I mean, I paraphrased, but they talked about the existence of Enigma and that Hustle will give you something.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Ever thought about teleport charges, developers? Hey? If you wanna... Come on.
Yeah, I imagine if they gave the Hustle armor nothing but +1 to teleport, everybody would run it. It's just too strong.
I really think limited teleport charges on a new rune would be a fucking amazing idea.
Yeah.
Because one that is underutilized already is the Naja's staff. Has teleport charges that are quite high, you know, but no one uses two-handers like staffs because it's just not worth it. You lose so much in the long run. But if you have that on a one-hander or like an armor or a rune word, you know, that can really fill a gap.
Yeah, at least you wouldn't have to run on your second weapon slot with a teleport staff, but still you would just use it occasionally, right? It's not like your means of movement.
Metamorphosis worth on Bear Sorkle? No. It's only giving us a little bit of attack speed and crushing blow. Like, I don't really see it being worth it. Because on a sorceress, like 99% of your damage is going to be elemental. So the buff from their mark, attack speed is nice, but then crushing blow, damage reduction, surely cool. But I don't know if it's worth the actual full slot.
I mean, it feels powerful. The Fury Druid. I'm in P8 in Chaos. I have no problems. I'm not super fast, but it feels like I'm even more. I don't know. I have even more tenacity and then power.
Alright, I'm gonna remake this rune mode.
And I didn't do the highest calculation. I don't know if I even need burst of speed for that, you know, but
Burst of speed for which? For Fury.
yeah. But running around faster is always nice.
True. Very true.
And I feel like if, as a Fury Druid, you don't really need battle orders. I have 4k life. I don't know. I mean, it's more for my mercenary than anything else.
There we go. Metamorph. Alright, let's try some weird shit.
How long is level 9 burst of speed gonna hold?
I can tell you exactly. It's just over 200 seconds. Give me a second.
A little bit over 3 minutes now.
216 seconds exactly for level 9. So that gives 44 attack speed and 51% run and walk speed. But it's not, it's the effective run walk speed, so it's not the diminishing return kind. So it like sits on top of whatever your current, you know, sum is. Hustle pre-buff for two-handed Zeal Paladin. That could be fun, actually. Do I want to test Sorceress or... Let's go
Funny
Necro.
that Metamorphosis is actually good for Shockwave Druid, just for the fact that it has +5 to shapeshift. Like, because every point in Shockwave and its synergy gives you damage bonus.
+8 to Shockwave, GG. That's nuts.
Yeah, it should be best in slot actually.
Well, this one's a bit of a low-key sneak peek for you boys. I was working on a melee Necro, but let's see if the Metamorph is going to help buff this up a bit more. Here we go. Okay, Metamorph. Bingo bongo, 25 attack speed, crushing blow, physical damage reduction. Sounds nice. Ravenfrost we don't actually need now. That's not there anyway. Okay, cool. Who cares?
Give me a second.
What's my attack rating? What? Why was it proccing more than it did? Did you see that, boys? There was like 4 poison O's. What the fuck? Oh, I guess I might have been getting hit. Attack rating's 15. Can you put your Blessed Aim up, please? Where is your... Bro. Why is there no pole arm on my mercenary? What do I give my mercenary? Well, I mean, I've got a Reaper's Stall, so you can take that.
I am overburdened. I'll put that to good use.
This bear needs burst of speed. True. True. Check out this fang knife, brother. Let's go. 10% chance, level 9, whatever. Because I... Who cares? Okay. Let's go. Give me that. What on my chest? I got fortitude. It's up. It's up. We're good. Let's go. 6k. Burst of speed. Metamorph. Necro. Fully synergized. E-botted. Poison Novus. Let's go. Fuck. I'm gonna get Werebear again.
Hello.
Hello.
I actually ended my stream and I sent them over here if there was
Oh, did you end your stream?
somebody. Yeah, it's just hard for me to concentrate on everything.
Oh, no, that's fair.
I'd rather make some videos later and test out some stuff and show what's working, what's not.
No, that's cool. I gotta head off in like about 25 minutes anyway, but I'll probably be back on later today. I gotta go to physio, make sure my ankle's not fucking stupid.
I had some weird interaction with having multiple charges up, like for Fist of Fire, Jaws of Thunder, and Phoenix Strike, for example.
Yeah? What was going on?
I'm not sure. It's so hard to see sometimes, but I don't know if the check for not consuming charges affects all of them at once when you do a finishing move, or if it's calculated individually. So hard to see.
Are the charges like spent or consumed at the same time? Like if you have 3 built up from multiple skills, do they all drop?
No. Wait, what?
So it would only spend 1 per hit maximum.
Oh no, it will. So if you have fist, let's make it easier. If you have Fist of Fires and Claws of Thunder,
Yeah.
3 charges each, and then you do a finishing move, then it uses the 3 charges Fist of Thunder and 3 charges Claws of Thunder simultaneously. But I don't know how it interacts with the not consuming charges. Is it checking Fists of Fire and Claws of Thunder individually, or is it checking per finishing move if it does consume any charges or not?
Xeno, is this players 8? No. I just switched it to players 6 now though. So let's see. I don't have a good mercenary setup and I haven't fixed my attack rating, so we're only sitting at 7k. So we'll see. It's kind of funny though. I need my mercenary.
Yeah, it seems it checks. It checks per finishing move, like you do your finish move and it either consumes charges for everything that you've built up or it doesn't. It's not individually calculated. Which is okay, I guess.
I'll probably hop off voice for now, but I might be back on later today if you're on. GG.
Oh, you already go?
No, I'm just gonna stream for like another 15 minutes and then I'll piss off.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll hit you up later if I'm going on.
I mean, I'd probably be asleep, but yeah.
What time is it for you?
Oh, it's only 8:30 now, but I don't know what you mean by later.
Hey,
So.
come on. It's only 12 hours difference, mate. Here, it's 8:30 in the morning.
You're living in the future.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
what they say.
There's a classic boomer meme.
I'm surprised you made it.
Yeah.
Telling you, I'm glad you didn't miss the low-hanging fruit on that one. Sweet. Well, I'll catch up later, eh?
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Hello, boys. Thank God. GG's gone. Okay, so... I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Arrow quantity is not showing on skills in PTR? What the fuck? Let's do this. Switch. Hustle's already up. Okay, now we're back. Give me blessed aim, bruh. You know, Boa, I don't know what to test because the main stuff to test is to see if any of my current builds can reach an achievable higher attack speed breakpoint with pre-buffing burst of speed. Like, there's nothing to change any build around, really. Metamorph is a bit of a pain. It doesn't make sense getting the benefits on some of the other builds I have. I mean, it kind of works, it functions on this one. It can maybe function on an Immortal Werebear Amazon. Attack speed, crushing blow, physical damage reduce is good. I don't really know what to test, boys. I really thought there'd be more in this PTR. It's just hustle, really. Would be nice to test it with like a kind of in-game throw barb. Would be cool. Bulwa, have you done much testing with this on like strafe, multi-shot? That'd be cool to know. Let's have a look. Frenzy Hustle Throw Barb? Yeah. Sounds kinda intriguing. Like, that's really fast. I don't know if I have many throwing weapons lying around here, actually. Might need to make some. Death 1010 wall pike. Well, that's not usable, is it? Three 2020 barb. I suppose we don't need. Let's get fortitude on there. 25 flat damage over gauze. I'd probably want gauze actually, so I can melt some bosses and shit. That makes sense in my eyes. Death's ring attack rating 10, 10. Yeah, let's chuck one of those on. Do I want death set? Not sure yet. It's fine for now though. Another hustle, yes please. Well, these are like doubles, so I can go 10, 10. And let's go one of these maybe. 10 plague. If I was gonna pre-buff on Switch, Xeno, is there anything else you can think of that would be beneficial to put with hustle other than doubling it? No need really, since pre-buffs give all the IS. Yeah. Fair point. I could go flat damage, right? Get like steel rends and shit. Yeah, you are right, I suppose. Just flat damage, right? He botted Thundermaul Fury Druid with meta and hustle pre-buff. That sounds fucking wild. I do like that. I did a Breath of the Dying here, but I was meaning to fuck around with it, but I don't think I will right now. I think maybe like Fortitude, Steel Rends, or even Drax maybe, would be a good idea. But like on Switch, so let's say no CTA, any of that shit, right? If we've got Hustle, I know this is a plus, this is 10% because I made it within a pre-made base and then it rolled whatever, so I got double. So this is if I have two, but if I had one Hustle on Switch, is it worth pairing it with anything else to get a buff? I'm just trying to think. Boys. Is there something else that could be, you know, maybe beneficial? Like, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, boys? Maybe? So let's say this is, you know, whatever, burst of speed. Is there anything else worth putting on Switch? Because if we're going to swap, let's say we've got throw on our main hand, we've got, what have we got? War Strikes, right? Earth War Strikes is probably the go-to. Get one of those with a Lacerator. That makes sense. I suppose. Yeah. Is there another like one-hander or something that gives a buff or something that can be beneficial? I mean, I could even have a CTA for more pre-buff skills on the side. That's not even a bad idea, you know. So I could still buff on Switch and hit with it too. Because then I can make this in the same base. So I can make a CTA and like a pick for like a fast base, right? Not war spike is a bit too high, but if we go like military pick, yeah, who cares? Just fast attack speed. Yeah, you could do that in a pick. And then make fucking hustle in a pick as well. You feel me? Hustle and Phoenix? But I'm thinking about buffs that I can maintain while switching back to throw. Redemption Aura is kind of cool. Firestorm doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really help me. Redemption Aura is a good utility, but I don't think I really need that as a throw barb. Man, there was this site that I use to check and search all of like the CTC skills. But now the fucking website isn't even supported anymore, and I didn't copy it all. So I can't search, so I have to use Planner now. Shields, missile weapons. I mean, most likely it's going to be dual hustles, right? So we can get 10% and just proc it that much quicker. I mean, one option to be quirky is we could go maybe Zakrim's Hand. 60% chance to cast Blizzard. Gives us a bit of, you know, crowd control if that procs. But it's kind of unnecessary. You'd probably want to switch back as fast as possible, because in that sense, if you proc it faster, you can deal damage faster. It's going to be increasing your, you know, damage per second. And we'd need 2 weapons for Frenzy. Now that I think about it. You know, it could be a beast. You could have a beast. Because then you could Frenzy faster. And you'd also have that there to pre-buff with Metamorph. But I don't want to do that because that's cancer. And I mean, it's currently not working on PTR anyway, so that's my excuse for ignoring that and moving on. Demon Limb, not even a bad call, to be honest. I was thinking that. But like, it does... Like, that's a good one. Like, I don't disagree. But I'm looking for, like, if there's any other CTC type things, you know? It's quite good, though. 23 on chart. 218%. It's pretty big. Not sure if I'll need the attack rating, though. But maybe. I mean... might Mercenary. Most likely, right? With a Pride. Get that big damage. Big boy damage. So then Burst of Speed. Enchant as well. Switching back to like War Strikes. Hardcover for the fine crap bonuses. Nah, mate. You know what? I'll think about it. How's that? I'll think about it. Fortitude, let's go. Gore Riders. For gloves, did we say... What do you think, Steel Rens? Like, the crushing blow is kind of bonkers, right? That seems worth it. If we have enough attack speed from Frenzy and all of that. Burst of speed. Plus 4 to Iron Fine might be tasty. I mean, yeah, but I don't really care for that now. I want to min-max damage first before I add, you know, utility. Lawbringer for decrypt. No need, because we have Lacerator for amp damage on striking. Leaning towards Demon them for now, but I'm not sure if we'd even necessarily need the attack rating. Alright, let's chuck some of this in, eh? Bing, bing, bing. Double throw. There we are. Duration, 6 seconds. Okay, so that doesn't do anything for duration. But increased stamina does. 10 seconds. I don't know if it's even worth it. You just go for plus skills, really. Oh, no, that wouldn't affect that because Synergy's based on solid points. Looking for better main swap damage, not faster hustle proc. Yes, so like the most likely scenario for like best in slot, I think, would be a faster hustle proc because effectively, Molly, that's going to give faster damage output if we're switching faster, proccing it faster. But yeah, I'm seeing if there's just anything else I might be missing. Because when we're throwing, we can have Lacerator, War Strikes as your main output of damage. Demon Limb, maybe. We could swap in or just have it there. CTA is even an option, so we could buff slightly higher, right? With plus 4 to the battle orders and shit. So that's an option too. Mm. 46 chance to pierce. So we don't even necessarily need Razor Tail with this. Stormlash might be an okay option for static procs within the burst of speed. I mean, maybe, like that in Crescent Moon, but I don't see the point. Like, comparing Stormlash and a second hustle, I feel like it's so much better to have a second hustle, right? You're better off getting it quicker, switching and dealing more damage than static when throwing with, you know, max buff. 1 or 2 off at most, true. But either way, I see static as kind of pointless because with our attack speed and crushing blow, we're going to nuke down single target mobs anyway with this. Probably String of Ears, I'd say. Hey, boys. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Oh, unfortunately, boys, I'm going to have to call the stream there for now. Because I need to go to physio and get myself checked out. Because I'm a little broken boy. But if I get a couple of things done, I should be on later today. And I can get the boring parts out of the way, which is make some more custom shit to chuck on and test with when we get back. So I have to sit here and look at a folder, which is nice and boring. So I mean, I'll be back a bit later. I'll post in the Discord when I'm going on. But I'm keen to check the like high-end P8 Barbarian with Frenzy buff as well as Burst of Speed. I think that could be kind of silly. Maybe some kind of what Molly said, like with not necessarily e-botted Thundermaw per se, but like other heavy two-handers that kind of fall off in comparison to one-handers on the end game. Potentially, if we can get Hustle to reach a higher APS like breakpoint, they might be able to compete more steadily with one-handers. I don't think they'll outright beat them, but it might be a good idea to check things like a freight train paladin with a war pike, you know, charging around doing shit tons of damage. Could be fun. But yeah, I'll see you boys a bit later, eh?